I pat her on the shoulder.
Hey, Fieta, do you know anything about a purple lady? Does that ring a bell?
I will need more context than that.
Okay, well, my sister was saying, who's inhabiting my body, I guess, too, was saying that she kept seeing a purple lady. I don't know.
A lady in purple or a purple lady?
That's a good question.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What did you just say? Your sister is inhabiting your body?
Yeah, it's really weird, and she doesn't even know where her body is. Can you imagine being that irresponsible about your possessions?
Hi.
Oh, 1 second. She taps the pendant. Dad!
Make a charisma saving throw for me.
I mean, I've had a few benders that ended similarly, I guess. But eventually figured it out.
Somebody?
6.
What?
Dad, you didn't tell. Is the lady all purple, or is she? What are you busy doing?
It's what? What do you need?
Is the lady in purple wearing purple, or is her skin purple?
I don't know. I just am aware of purple.
I mean, do you see her?
I'm inside you. With what?
Stop saying that. Ooh. Okay, so you don't know if she's made of purple. You just know she's maybe wearing a purple outfit.
Just probably the latter. I don't know.
Okay, bye.
There's another half of that conversation?
Yes.
Have you not been seeing her have these conversations the entire trip? These one-sided conversations.
Or talk to herself a little bit.
Yeah. No. I don't talk to myself. I'm talking to my sister, Ted, who left her body somewhere unknown. She says that maybe she was wearing purple. Is there any significance to? Well, hold on. Did she seem evil?
I'm gonna walk over to
There's no
Dariax
response.
and say, "What are the odds that Ted is real?"
I mean, odds are about as good as wanting to trust somebody who wears all purple.
Hello? I'm sorry, she's not responding. Hello, Ted. Well, it seems that the connection's bad.
I kind of want to jump in.
I'm already in. I'm skinny dipping.
Oh, great.
Jump in.
I wasn't joking. I rolled a 0. I don't give a shit about this town
Did you
right
just
now.
go?
I just went wah!
Amazing.
Just a butt-naked dwarf diving off into it. Perfect.
Yeah, you can tell the deftness in which he disrobes mid-leap that he's done this before.
Amazing. Well, you got to give me an acrobatics or athletics check to see how
respect
we
that.
do. How'd we do on that?
That will take the 14 on acrobatics.
Okay, Mr. Mercer, can you paint me a word picture of what this looks like as everyone just sees you boop.
Indeed. So while they're having this intense conversation about the unveiling of this rich history of this ancient city that still exists, and the wonderment and the questions and the pride and the curiosity, in the background you just see this streak of flesh as in an instant Dariax just goes, "Last one in's a rotten bird something," and then just runs and leaps off the edge 12 feet down into the water, not really caring how deep it might be, but goes into a full cannonball.
This is a naked cannonball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll say mostly naked. By the time he gets off the cliff, he still has one leg in the pants, but he'll deal with it later.
Respect. Yeah, you dive in, and the water is warm at the top, and quickly, this is incredibly deep. And it the temperature drops as you go 4, 5, 12 feet under the water, and you can come up, and yeah, you're part of this slow moving river that just sort of circumnavigates.
So, does the river go into the city?
You see points at which it does go in. But you've got a lazy river situation. It's going around.
But he's lazy rivering his way into the city.
Possibly. It depends on if you
I'm fighting the current because I still want to get my clothes. I'm just enjoying the drop for a second. Hey, Dorian, can you throw my stuff down? I didn't think this through.
Has Naked Fern jumped in as well?
Yeah, I gave you my clothes.
I'm mothering everyone's clothes
Yeah.
together. I've got it. All right, cool.
Your cloak works so well for the glitter shit.
Mr. like takes a little poop and he like puts it in your hand. We're handing you stuff.
Oh my
He's ready to go with you. Like, okay.
I'll bundle it all in my cape.
Synchronized.
Don't forget the rope.
I'll one hand slide it down the thing with all of their sopping clothes. Set it gently by the shore until they're done.
What is this animal's name?
This is Google.
Yeah.
Google?
Google. Google.
Good Google.
And as you say his name every time, he's just kind of like,
A goo 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 goo.
yeah.
A little goo goo. Goo goo.
He's just sort of drooling onto the ground over his head as he's just like, tummy time for all of you. And just sort of flumps down in the corner.
Come here. Come here. Come here. You get over here right now.
He does like the little couple steps to crawl. Kind of just does the dog crawl over to you.
I get on all fours and I just start wiggling. Come here.
Make an animal handling check for me.
This is why you never play D&D with children and animals.
Are they both doing that cat gif?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you roll? Does he do it back?
19.
Yeah, he does it back immediately. Comes over. And you see him kind of drop his funk as he gives both of you a dirty look. And yeah, he's playing with you.
It's okay. It needed to be done. It needed to be done.
Dariax, the paper?
Yeah.
Oh,
The rubbings.
right. Hold on just a second. His fingers are greasy and just leaving tracks on them.
She looks horrified as you do that. You are very dirty.
He's got crumbled bits of the fur in his like chin beard. All right. Here.
Is the world outside the walls so barbaric that you do not have like a thing for your hands for cloth to?
him.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
There you go. This is delicious, by the way. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is the bread. There's more food than. Okay.
I love this place. Thank you so much for taking us here.
You're welcome. Still stirring.
Yeah. You can bring that up whenever you think it's ready, but don't make me look bad.
Never fill up on the bread.
Why?
Keep going.
My real first name, and you must promise to continue to call me Dorian,
Of course.
is Bronte. And my mother calls me Braun.
That makes more sense as a name.
I don't
Dorian
understand why
Thorn.
this is a problem.
Yeah, this is a nice name.
First name only. And since you're so keen to talk, you first. What is your dark and dirty secret?
Oh, yes.
Don't know about dark and dirty. There's not much about me that is dark and dirty.
That's not true.
This one, I believe. Fine, something fun.
There was that one time with my sister. My sister Fierakai. Always getting herself into trouble. And getting me into trouble with our parents, too. When we were much younger. And not even here. Not on Taldore, but back home. It was just slightly before we left. We were climbing this, I don't know how to say it in common, but climbing this fiery outcropping back home. And she was more agile than me. Yes, I know. I know, it is surprising, but she was always better than me at so many things. She was climbing this outcropping, and suddenly she lost her footing. And she fell, and I tried to catch her. And when I caught her, she knocked me over along with her, and I broke my arm. We went back to my parents, and I was gritting my teeth. And she was sobbing. Sobbing because she knew she would be the one to get in trouble. So when we went back to my parents, I told them immediately that I had been climbing a fiery outcropping. And I fell and broke my arm.
You lied.
I lied. My little sister received no punishment. I, on the other hand, I definitely did. The dark secret about that is I think she never actually forgave me for that. She hated that I took the credit and the responsibility for something that she had done. Anytime I tried to protect her after that, she would not let me. Including when we came to this plane. And despite the protections, the magic, and the love that my mother had given us, she would not let the best protection stay with her. Which was me.
Well, I kind of understand her. I kind of understand where she's coming from.
This is why I understand your sister.
Orm of the Arashari. I don't have a last name, although I sort of do. Sort of. Didn't really have a dad in life. I did have a dad, but he just kind of rolled on. His last name was Tarantel. So I sort of have a last name. I don't really use it. But if you want saltier, I might have checked out Dariax's butt out in the swimming hole, and it wasn't half bad.
Who's the dear?
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Worked hard to get that apple popping.
This face, staring at the light within its hand, tilts down ever so slightly and regards you. Hello. Are you okay?
Hey, maybe.
Her hand opens, releasing that light, and you see that shattered halo. None of you see this. You see that shattered halo kind of fill itself back in, valences of light. The same thing replicated on the pendant that you wear around your neck. You seem surprised to see me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people in my head recently. It's a thing.
I don't know what to tell you about all of that, but I want you to know that I like what you're doing, and you will continue to have my favor, should you need it.
Cool. Who are you?
And her mouth opens, and there's a disconnect because you see the lips forming words, but the sound you hear is, I observe.
Okay. A little creepy. But I appreciate the outreach.
The gift is strong with many, yourself included.
Okay. Gift?
My chosen are coming. They will explain more. I just thought I didn't want to let this opportunity slide by without introducing myself.
No, I appreciate that. It's been a lot kind of goes this way. So the direct approach is very helpful. I thank you, Observer.
And she reaches up and grabs that light again, shattering the halo and pulling you back to yourself. And you see her now frozen in that statue pose. And they rush over to you and grab you by the hands.
And my tattoo starts to flare.
Yeah. An important gift. All of them important. But what is it that you want? You seek to protect. But what is it that you want? And their pressure on your hands begins to hurt. Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as they are squeezing a little harder than intended.
Oops, I forgot to do this last time, but that's okay. I never healed from the last episode.
Oh God, it's been like 4 days. Everyone, please take a long rest.
There we go. My shoulder, it still hurts. Okay, now my hand does. Okay.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
15.
In this moment, I want to ask you, the player, what do you care about most what does Firerai want most?
To see her family again.
And as your eyes shut, wincing a little bit from the pain, you are pushed bodily back into that space where you interact between your instincts that have led you and kept you safe this entire time, and that little bit of nudge from the gift. And you see points of light, the 5 people surrounding you that you have chosen to protect. But there is that well, that gravitational pull up, north, west, far away, where your family lies, where your sister stands, alive, waiting for you, looking for you, calling out for you.
No. She lives.
You would not have kept looking, kept wandering, if you truly believed she was gone.
How? When I saw the spot flare, do I have a sense of how near it is to where they are going?
Opposite direction.
Fuck me.
Well, you see that their attention is split, going off of what, Jesus Christ, off of what Dorian said, that's farther to the south at the very edge of the continent. But going back north towards like the scar of the Cinder King and everything you dealt with, you are even more north of that and west of that.
She is even more north
Yeah.
of that and west of that.
Yeah.
I am like transported.
Yeah.
There. Gotcha. So it's like,
Yes. It's
But
a
I-
magical, like,
yeah. And it's definitely not in the direction that Umeji has gone in. It's it's north.
Opposite direction.
I think she's she's paralyzed with indecision suddenly, and says nothing and just looks.
Orem. Of the Arashari.
Yes. That's it. And you see them look over their shoulder, and a young acolyte, another one of these like clerics, clearly covered in regalia of the 2 moons, Katha and Rudis. I'll say it right eventually.
I've
It's
been meaning
fine.
to ask too,
Yeah.
what is the composition of the 2 moons? Are they next to each other? Do they look anything like his tattoo by coincidence? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
You look up and you see that it is a massive sort of upturned crescent. And then just above it, a little off from like the orientation of your tattoo, which
Right.
is like a little more
Close, yeah.
stylized. But that bloody, ruddy, tiny moon full above it. And do you want to do anything?
Say again.
Oh, nothing. The acolyte sort of comes over and hands a small package to the Tetrarch, who then turns and sort of opens it and unfolds it and offers it to you. A seed. The world is wild, and many things, coincidences, that cannot be explained. But I knew when this came on the breeze that this was for you. So accept it.
If they're offering it, then yes, I'll accept it.
And it's just this like sort of massive dark green peach pit of a seed.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. What am I meant to do with this?
You are an Ashari, are you not?
I am?
Then make it grow. What do you do?
He'll tuck it away.
Okay.
Way to go, baby.
I whip that thing out. It's my flute axe. I've never thrown it before, but I imagine that when I wing it, it kind of makes like a beautiful. It almost plays a melody as it
That's
soars through the air.
Amazing.
Smacks into whatever's got her.
Yep. So you hit into its like, you don't know what part of this thing's body, but it's like stuck there, floating in the air
Shit.
as it keeps going, as it takes the damage and keeps moving.
Opal, my flute!
Don't forget the flute.
Do you have a name for your axe?
How dare you ask me something like that? I do not.
The area axe has a name for your axe, and this is done.
I'm sure it's just dairy.
Nice. No name. I'm excited.
I look up at Pure Eye and, try to.
I love a consent.
I try to just sort of make my path a little bit over to her to sort of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Swinging out a step to make sure that you're like
Yeah.
clearly
Like getting a
telegraphing.
little closer. Like, yeah,
Totally
you got
fine.
to jump on. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay. Okay. Good to go. On.
Let's do a dumb roll anyway. Give me another acrobatics check, which I'm sure you're terrible at because you're a goddamn monk.
I'm 23.
Okay, it's really pretty. It's very cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
What does it look like? You tell me.
Yeah. I said, may I? And as she runs by me, I like run, like kind of just run 2 steps to catch up with her, swing one leg over, grab a little bit of a tuft of her fur, and I pat her on the side and I go, ride!
And that is 9 points of damage. Dragged across the face of one of the 2 faces.
Don't describe it now. How do you want to do this?
All right, so I reach out and just drag the blade across the eyes of one of them and see it reel back in pain and see both of them reel in pain a bit and swing the blade around in my hand and just try to jam as hard as I can into the face of the other one, even though it's stone, even though it's holding me. Yeah. And then hopefully get lower to the ground. Oh, ow.
As this thing, the thing that you knock out of it, like you don't hit a brain, you've just sort of destroyed the magic holding it together. And the amount of damage that you've done, like you push in and then you feel it give way as it crumbles. And you sort of just slide to the ground on this pile of gravel as this thing just sort of it unmakes itself around you and under you. And you just scoot down and scooch. I'll say you slide like 10 feet towards your friends. Just a little
Cool.
wee.
Yeah. I will use my movement to walk it off.
There you go.
Walk it off.
Vibes.
Put Fierai between myself and the remaining creature.
Perfect. You're hit by this. However, that weird sateen jacket that she wears, it's a little open on the sleeve as you see like a tiny dart with purple fletching buries itself into the sleeve, but actually misses the flesh of your arm by just
Nice.
millimeters. What a nightmare. Sweet.
12 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, so drop the head, and then, or drop the body rather.
Hold on. You get to specify how much you were running at full speed with meat.
Oh yeah.
Did you come back with the whole body?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the plan.
Hold on.
what
I'm
am
gonna
I
make a
gonna-
constitution
I'm
save
gonna
for
let
a
you
corpse.
decide. Wait, I need a picture of this.
Oh, you plan survive contact with the meat flailing corpse in your
I
mouth.
rolled very low for the constitution save of the body, and with the rum, I think it just hit, and then you felt it get like 130 pounds lighter, and and it's just a head.
It's just the head.
It's just the head.
Okay.
I love it.
So, just kind of slinking, shoulder blades out.
Yeah.
Getting up to this creature, and then just taking a running leap and into the throat. Another throat bite at whatever this,
She's got taste.
Yeah, tasty.
You staying on for this?
I think I've hopped off for this. I've hopped
Yeah,
off.
probably a good call.
Yeah.
Because what you feel as like all of a sudden all of the muscles under her fur tense up in this like predatory moment, and you're like, this isn't where
That's time to go.
Yeah.
I would also just like to point out the power of suggestion is so strong, and you're so like gory right now that I looked over at you and the flowers on your dress. I looked at them and I was like, she's got blood.
She's going for blood. And Fiera, you see like the sort of shadow come over you as this massive direwolf eclipses you from the like bits of that weird gray gold light as it leaves around you as you sink down and pounce up on it. Your entire body like flings onto this thing that's only a little bit bigger than you, but like paws wrap around with like that human memory of what grabbing and tackling and holding is, and you're clawing at it with your back paws and ripping it apart under your feet. And as you scrabble up, you're ripping the other heads away, just locked in on the throat of the main head. And then your body suddenly, like, you feel a snap, your second one for the night, as you drop back down onto the rubble with Fiera behind you so you didn't like fall and hit her.
I just turn around and look at her and
And you drop as this, like, you drop this like large sort of burning, molten, nearly molten rock out of your mouth as you had ripped the throat out of this beast, and it returns back into a pile of gravel.
I'll just use my dash to catch up to them. That's my whole turn.
Group chase.
Yep.
Group chase.
You're right, a group chase
it.
would begin. However, I held off on this last person's action to go at the very, very end. And you hear a voice, loud, and if you speak Elvish, you understand it. If you don't, she says, I will take away everything you hold dear. You don't deserve it. And then she casts Dimension Door and disappears.
Oh man.
Counterspell. Oh shit.
You pull out a piece of thread,
Wrong guy. Then I
wrap
just
it around
kick
your
the ground.
fingers.
Was that our quarry did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That no matter how much I want to stay with you all, I have to go. I have to go to her because she needs me more than you do, because you have proven yourself so incredibly worthy. So we say quick goodbyes, but I know that it's urgent. And as I am leaving, I go to leave, and I look up, and I turn to Dorian, and I walk directly up to your face, and I take your head in my hands, and I pull it so that your forehead is to mine. I know you know, little brother. I know you remember. You made a choice once. You thought you were unrecognized, unloved. Something drove you to a terrible choice, and you were willing to risk anything because you thought it was better to be alone. I am here to tell you it is never better to be alone. Stay with your family. Not all family is blood. Much family is chosen. I cannot protect you again. Only you can do it this time. Stay in the light. Yes.
You can have this conversation. I'm not stopping this. Keep going.
Thank you, and don't worry. I would do anything for my friends.
I believe you. Keep them safe. Especially that, very confused but gifted dwarf. I did not expect the observer to speak to him, but now I know. There is something extremely special about him.
I hope you find your sister.
I know I will. And if you all need me, more than I am needed somewhere else, I suspect the gift will bring me to you again. But I will not hope that you are in that much danger, ever. I think you should call yourselves the Chosen Ones. Because I choose you. In my heart. Goodbye. And she turns around and stalks off, like,
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
16 plus 2, 18.
Fira, you were brought so far into their orbit the first time, and then back again. And you've led them for weeks and across countless miles through danger and discomfort to get back here. And though you feel the pull, that thrill of duty and dread and excitement and fear and wonder at the truth that your sister is alive and out there, you know in your heart that this isn't the end. You were brought to them. They were chosen, but so were you. And this isn't the end of your time with them. And you know more than anything else, with the wisdom that sort of is dawning on you, that gives you a sense of perspective, almost like you're looking down from the skies, that this next part they must do alone. And then when the time is right again, you will return, come back together for some great and terrible purpose. And in that knowledge, you slink back through the fog and are quickly lost to darkness, out of Nirdalpak, through the jungles, and towards her, your sister, alive and waiting. A liminal darkness, a place between places, where she has been alone for so long, waiting for that little bit of glimmering light that is her sister. And yet, she hears the echoes, footfalls, impossibly loud, slow, methodical, approach her, and swirling into her field of vision, a woman wreathed with purple energy, smiling, grinning, baring her teeth at her. I've been looking for you for so long, and I'm so close, and I will burn the world apart to have you. And Ted screams.